Hey, this is Kat from Red Mountain Shaman, and I share shamanic wisdom through dreams, visions, nature, synchronicities, intuition, channeling, art, music, photography, and shamanic journeys. Welcome back to my channel. So today is 9/11, so I'm making this video a few days early because I have family stuff going on this Sunday night. So today was the day that I met my husband about 19 years ago. And I was kind of curious about the vibration of the number 9/11 since we met on that day, that beautiful, fateful day. So what I found was that it's actually a really positive number. So I think that the dark side often steals positive numbers. Like I think they've really taken the number 13 and they've inverted it and made it into like a really horrible number. But that's actually my birthday, and I love the number 13, and it's the number of the divine feminine goddess. It's just a huge, powerful number. So when I looked up 9/11, it's about completion, which I also think the 999 portal is also about completion. Spiritual awakening, new beginnings, and it's often delivered by angels as a message from a higher power. It encourages individuals to release the past, focus on personal growth and purpose, and trust their intuition to guide them into a new phase of awareness and fulfillment. And then it breaks down the numbers. The number 9 is completion, fulfillment, and humanitarian service, signaling the ending or closure. I love that it's talking about humanitarian service too, because as we complete this old cycle and we released the past and we fulfill this old cycle, we are moving into a new cycle. And I believe that this new cycle is about bringing in these humanitarian projects that we're thinking about. So I think Spirit is encouraging us to think about what we're passionate about and what we can bring to the table. The number 11 is a master number, and it's associated with spiritual awakening, intuition, and enlightenment. And basically, it's a number of endings and new beginnings. And the rest of the things that I got this week is the same message, basically. So I'll get into that in a second. So it's also about divine purpose, embracing change, and tapping into our intuition and taking inspired action. So I did a journey for you guys, just for the collective, and it was pretty short and super simple. So in this journey, I was shown a daisy and a fern. And I also believe that plant spirits always have a frequency, a signature energy, just like animal spirits do. And so I'll talk about that in a minute. And then the painted horse came into this journey, and it was drinking out of like a stream. And then I heard the horse say, "You will soon be able to drink from the streams and rivers again." That was really cool. And then the next night I had a dream, and I was traveling along this like mountain road, and there was all of a sudden this huge lake that was crystal clear, and you could see all the stones around lining the lake. And I just jumped in this beautiful clear water. I'd never seen clearer water in my real lifetime, so maybe that's going to be coming back. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to be reading a card, and it's interesting because the card is about the water protector. So this goes along with my dream. It goes along with the journey. And then as soon as I was done with the journey, I got up and I looked at the clock, and the clock was 444. And also the card is number 4. So I felt inspired to look up that number. And it is the number of divine support, stability, protection from your guardian angels. It's indicating you're on the right path and should build strong foundations for your goals. It serves as a reminder to trust your intuition, work hard, and maintain a positive mindset while taking practical steps towards your desires. And in the channeled message today, the being that came forward talks a little bit about this, taking practical steps towards our desires or building foundations. That's what the number 444 is really about, is foundations. The number encourages you to stay confident, release doubts, focus on creating a secure foundation for your future success. And I believe a lot of these foundations that we're building are for humanitarian projects. It's a number of stability, hard work, building strong, secure foundations, and focus on practical steps to achieve our goals. So then I wanted to look up the daisy and the fern. So they interestingly have some of the same energy, and that energy is new beginnings. And I've been getting that a lot in people's personal sessions the last couple weeks as well. So spiritually, a daisy symbolizes purity, innocence, and new beginnings, reflecting its simple beauty and the idea of a fresh start. It's also connected to spiritual enlightenment, divine virtue, humility, and it often represents the beauty found in the simple things in life. And then the fern often symbolizes new beginnings, growth, resilience due to its ability to thrive in challenging environments, which we are in right now, and its ancient lineage to prehistoric plants. It represents inner strength, solitude, security, and they're associated with family bonds, magic, and hidden wisdom. And they're sometimes linked to things like the powers of invisibility, finding treasures, and protection. And they're about enduring life cycles. So new beginnings, building foundations, fresh starts, all of that energy is within the stuff that I'm getting today or over the past week. So I wanted to go into this channeled message. I think I've maybe channeled this being one time, but this is from today, September 11th, 2025, and it's a message from Green Man on new beginnings for humanity. Enjoy. Greetings, friends of New Earth and beyond. I am Green Man, and I carry the energy of nature and the great forests of Gaia. Do you think it is possible to nurse her back to health again? I am here to tell you that indeed the seemingly impossible will become possible. As you continue to witness the breakdown of old Earth, there is something beautiful rising within you and within all creation. This is the creative power within you, as all beings hold a spark of divinity. The kingdom is within you. Great Spirit is within you. Connect with this inner divinity, and you will begin to experience greater beauty and wisdom. You will begin to find your way into the new earth realms. Creation is yours for the taking, for you were born to create. To ignite your inner spark, start small and take baby steps. Ask yourself what you wish to create just for today. It could be one page in a book or a diary. It could be a few chords to a song, a sketch for a painting idea, the seeds of a business you want to bring into reality, putting together ingredients for a beautiful meal, creating a corner sanctuary for yourself in part of your house, or even creating a list of things you would like to create in the future. The options are limitless, but it does not have to be something that you finish in one day. It could be part of a larger creation or project. The key is to just begin. Even if nothing spectacular comes out of your creation that day, try again the next day. Humans are meant to be creator beings. This is the natural spark of God within you. Once you get into the habit of creating, it will begin to flow more and more. Now I would like to share my thoughts about the plant spirits that you have been shown, specifically the fern and the daisy. These plants both carry the energy of new beginnings. They have shown up for you as a reminder to pay attention, of letting go of the last vestiges of trauma, restriction, abuse, and lack in order to make room for healing, expansion, heart-centered relationships, and abundance. The energy is shifting, and these old negative energetic patterns are ending. This is what the once-in-a-lifetime 999 portal was all about. Letting go, ending old cycles and patterns, ending karmic ties that you are done learning from, and ending a very long cycle of learning through extreme duality. I come filled with the spirit of the natural world, as all of heaven and nature are singing this new reality or new beginning back into existence. The return of the Garden of Eden is imminent. She shall greet you with open arms. You have dreamed of her. You are willing her back into her original glory, and all is being purified at this time in order to facilitate this great restoration. Do not lose hope. Your faith carries you through the doorway of transformation. You are blooming, and earth is blooming. Let the old die, and you will usher in a rebirth of such magnitude you will be awed by its splendor. One step at a time, my friends. Feel the earth beneath you. Connect with the new earth frequencies. Speak with the plants, trees, rocks, crystals, water, animals, and elements. They all have beingness. They are all alive. As you work together in unity with nature, you will ultimately be transported to a new level of oneness. Your bodies will be reharmonized or recalibrated with the hum of nature. Those who choose to harmonize with nature will see the old discordant frequencies fall away. For where you are headed is no longer a match to them. Don your metaphorical crowns and claim your birthright as the new guardians and stewards of Earth. This new beginning will guide you into the light of a new world. Embrace the change. All that is playing out in the show of life is bringing you to new awareness, new tribes, new freedom, and new empowerment. All is bringing you back to the power of creation. And so it is. Thank you, Green Man. So I noticed he said heaven and nature singing something into existence, and that's kind of a nod to a Christmas song called Joy to the World. And I looked it up, and it means the entirety of creation, both the spiritual realm of heaven and the physical world of nature, is filled with joy and joins in a chorus of praise to worship God or Creator, especially celebrating the coming of a Savior. And I don't really believe Yeshua is a Savior. I believe that he is a teacher and a mentor and a solar rishi of Christ consciousness. So I feel that is coming back, that Christos consciousness. And the phrase from the hymn Joy to the World highlights the deep universal connection between God, humanity, and the natural world in expressing glory and joy. So I asked Green Man if he wanted to have his energy help me draw a card today. Number 4, Goddess of Teotihuacan. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's called She Guards the Waters of Life. So I'm going to read that to you guys. The ancient guardian mother protects waters of life and offers her protection and blessing. Her appearance augurs a time of purification and cleansing, leading to enhanced fertility. And in my sessions with personal readings, I've been seeing a lot of rabbits. So I believe maybe something's coming this spring, like a breakthrough. And also with this Joy to the World song that Green Man brought in, possibly something's coming during the Christmas season as well. It says, you are a creator of new consciousness, a generator of positive energy as fuel for constructive outcomes. We need your vitalized being to keep nourishing the human collective with helpful alternatives to mainstream consciousness. You will be protected and supported at a deep soul level in order to become the creator and custodian of a clean reservoir of consciousness from which souls thirsty for purity, relief, and love can drink. The ancient mother will help you to help her and the many creatures within her care. She will help you to be fearlessly inventive with your loving creations of healing consciousness. And I love that it said where purity, relief, and love can drink. And it reminds me of the horse that I saw in the journey this week, drinking from the pure water of the stream. So then the card says, consider very seriously the need to cut cords to negative or unhelpful influences in your life, whether they be habits, people, or forms of entertainment and media that threaten to distort the pure and wise use of your wild spirit and ignited mind. Whilst it is important that you engage with others, the sacred creator within you requires time and space and solitude to process, reflect, contemplate, and create. Only then can you remember who you are and what's important to you, and summon the inner power to act accordingly. In that way, you will not become overly swayed by any lesser force, particularly mainstream consciousness, that perpetuates victimizing thought patterns and behaviors. Give yourself a chance for spiritual, psychological, and emotional time out and cleansing so that you can recognize the inner truth of your own soul and adhere to it faithfully. So then the spiritual guidance is, Sacred Mother has come to you in honor of the important work you have to accomplish as a creator of consciousness, a free thinker, and a seeker of truth. What original healing stories will you give birth into your life and into this world? If you've become dried up and depleted, the Divine Mother brings you nourishment. Let the inner well of your soul be filled with her presence and grace through deep rest and contemplation. Give yourself space and time for renewal and allow any overload of mind or nervous system to discharge into the earth. If you have lost your zest for your passion, or have become confused or overwhelmed, scattered with too many ideas or directions, you are in need of the spiritual cleansing which her blessing brings to you now. The waters of your own consciousness must be safeguarded so that they can become a tonic for the souls of others. When you highly value your uniqueness and originality, you become willing to bear the uncertainty that accompanies absence of the familiar. Vigorously contest any who attempt to exploit, direct, or distort the true expression of your higher knowing. In contemplation, impure material separates from the truth and is filtered out of the soul. The purity of your truth, such a seemingly subtle quality, has an astonishing power to effect change. As you take time to allow purity to emerge from deeply restful, reflective meditation, your personal energy and spiritual potency grow. Your potential to be an influence in this world increases accordingly. However, so to do so, the interest of less noble creatures in exploiting that delicious divine power for their own nefarious purpose. Avoid such tragedy by refusing to entertain any person or idea that drains, depletes, or diminishes the quality of your consciousness. Be resolute and exacting. If it's not right, courageously and unapologetically cast it out. In your uncompromising defense of your most strange and beautiful ideas, uplifting truth, and fierce loving wisdom, you will come to know what it feels like to be as a new world in and of yourself. You will feel like being like a planet in devotional orbit around the divine sun. Instead of contorting yourself to fit into the frustrated and grasping world of others, you will offer those seeking something more beautiful the opportunity of finding refuge within your world. Instead of being influenced, you become an influencer. Instead of trying to dominate others, you awaken within them the desire for their own higher nature. You effect healing transformation without force. This is the way of the yin power, of the sacred water wisdom that cleanses the impure and creates new life without diminishing its life force. You have the opportunity to shift from stressful striving to more restful and abundant creation, sourced from the depths of your being in silent, absorbing communion with the divine. It takes discipline and commitment to learn this new way of being, to recognize the essential need for time and space and contemplation to consciously create. It takes courage to refuse to bow down to the productivity pushers who aren't interested in authentic offerings that heal both through the process of their creation as well as in their final form. Instead, They just want more stuff to perpetuate conveyor belt consumerism for the genuine benefit of no one. Your refusals are sacred. They bring with them the thirst-quenching waters of grace, bestowing freedom, well-being, and soul-satisfying experiences of fulfillment. So this really reminds me of what I was talking about like a few videos ago, where my husband and I kind of turned down an opportunity to do music for a certain film because we wanted to bring in opportunities that are more uplifting and conscious with our music and what we do. And by the way, thank you for everybody who downloaded our new record. I will put our link to our Bandcamp page. Our record just came out on all streaming platforms on 9/9/9 or 9/9/2025. So maybe that's also sort of an ending and we'll be starting a new project. Who knows? So if you guys would like to book a session with me, just go to redmountainshaman.com and go to my contact page, and you will learn exactly how to get a hold of me to book a session. And I hope you guys all have a great week. Leave a comment, press the like button, subscribe, whatever you can do to help this channel, and share this video with others helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the sessions that you book with me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And thank you for all the donations to anyone and everyone who has donated. You can donate at my PayPal link at the bottom of my contact page. So I will talk to you guys next Sunday with a new message, and I hope you all take care, and we'll talk soon.